Hi there, I'm Jess, and this is my game design presentation for toebeans Foster. Jess. I studied 3D games art design at the University of Hertfordshire, specialising in rigging and animation, and I have two lovely cats. So the game I have decided to design is a game where you foster, care for, and then rehome cats. It's going to be a mobile or tablet game that you can get from the App Store or Google Play. Casual, with lots of positive feedback. It's not going to be a stressful thing. It's going to be something you can do in your spare time, especially a lot of it, just to play around and have fun. With that, it's going to be asynchronous, so it doesn't have to be up on your phone all the time. You can just put food down, care for them, come back later, and still be happy to see you. So, target audience will be people with lots of free time. So, people commuting to and from work, or women are a big part of mobile gaming, and women love cats, as many of you would have seen.
We love cats as well.
Video. Yeah, exactly. Well, but I need to focus a lot on women as well. People with lots of free time. So, main influences. First one is Neko Atsumi, which is small mobile game where you can look after different cats, and they are randomized, so no matter what you put down, you're going to get a lot of cats in, and you take pictures of them and expand your gallery. I like the idea of putting down different objects, upgrading things, and letting the cats come and go and do as they please. Tamagotchi being the original small app, if you will, where you look after something. Dogs, again, looking after different animals, putting a bit of customization and care into them, feeding them, washing them. The new Pokemon games, where you can actually interact with your Pokemon. I seem happy with that. So it really brings you closer to your Pokemon by physically interacting with them, and that was something I wanted to include. The old Animal Crossing aspect of starting with something small and maybe a little bit dilapidated and eventually upgrading it over time, especially with the new Happy Home Designer, where you can organise and decorate your house however you want. I've done a bit of research into this, and there are lots of Tamagotchi cat-type clones, which has given me lots of stuff to look into and think about. And one of the things I would quite like to do is possibly link to the Cats Protection charity, which would benefit players and the charity themselves by connecting it to the real world by using real world examples of the cats that have been in the catteries for quite a while. I could also link that with donations. So Neko Atsumi has had 10 million downloads, and it's a free app with in-app purchases between 66 pence and £2.66. And even if half of those people had donated the 66 pence, that would be £3,300,000. So, again, quite a bit just for half the people that have downloaded this app. 66 pence isn't much for the individual person, but altogether it would add up. And if that went to the charity, that would be crazy good, basically. The reason Cats Protection was the one that stood out for me is because they've rehomed 1.5 million cats over 90 years, and if we can connect them, the cats that have been there a long time by themselves, can maybe be picked. I've looked into haptic and tactile feedback as well, as per Hope's suggestion. So when you're in with a cat, one scene, just you and the cat by itself, you are going to be able to interact with it, stroke it, pull its tail a little bit, and the phone will vibrate when it's purring, when it's happy, and you also hear that, so you know you're doing a good thing. And Google Play achievements, because people like it when things pop up telling you you're doing a good job. That is one of the small early environment concepts I've done. There is one main artist that works with cat protection, so I took some of his stuff and shoved it all into one scene together to give you an idea of what it would look like. So there would be 3 areas. The main room where you would just find all your cats mooching about, laying down, eating, just being happy, with basic playthings, so you know when your phone is away, they're not going to get bored, although it's an app, some people do still care. And things like a litter tray, which will then fill up, and you will get a little notification in the corner saying that there is poop there, and you can clean the poop. The soft area with socialization, which will be just you and the cat, like that, so you will be able to stroke it, play with it, pull it together with it. And the bathroom. So one of the things I really liked about dogs and pets in general was the idea of cleaning your animals. And that is another way of being really involved and really caring. So again, filling up a bath, putting them in there, putting the soap on them, rubbing it off, and then using the shower to pull it all off and then drying them again. The controls are going to be your basic holding up that way, because it's less annoying than that, and also you can just do it while you're walking along or sitting down. And it's going to be one camera pointing straight ahead, and you're going to be able to swipe through the room. And then when you select the cat, that's going to all go into a focus mode, and then you can choose where to go from there. So, just something like that. Lots of apps like it on the marketplace, as I said earlier on, and the main thing between them is that they contain ads and in-app purchases, which is where the money comes from, as they're all free and fairly addictive. So the monetization would be advertisements, possible sponsors, and an in-app economy, which can be earned through looking after your pets or purchased, and you can use them to upgrade your environment, upgrade the cat's collars and things, and speed up processes like if you were to get the cats vaccinated or neutered before they were fostered or adopted. So that is an example of one of them, and I've stuck my one on there just to show how well it would blend in. So, yeah. I'm sure I've forgotten something, but it's fine.
Thank you very much. Questions? Question time.
Where's the prototype?
Well, 7 minutes. Oh, Joe has a question. Do you?
I was going to say, will there be an app that can involve dogs?
Yeah, that would, on the longevity plan that I had on the previous presentation, I was hoping to have another one where you can have dogs as well, but that would be something that would be a nice idea.
Next version.
Dogs.
Next version, another game.
Yep.
Yeah. So it has potential to expand on the dog market as well.
Yep.
So yeah.
Have you
Yes.
looked at Nintendogs and Nintendo
Yeah.
making sure that it's just not,
Yeah.
that you're not mirroring
No,
them?
no, they're big inspiration as well. I think one of the things that would make this different is the idea that you have to make sure you care for them and have a checklist of. There'll be a checklist, and some of the cats won't have the things checked, so like their vaccinations, them being spayed or neutered, and also them being microchipped. So just to get that into people's heads, because a lot of people don't tend to think about that with cats. So if they're fostering, caring, and then moving the cats to their forever home, then I think that will be good as well.
What happens if you don't take care of them? Did that keep asking you, or
It's always risky, yes.
Yeah. I wanted to make it sweet with lots of positive feedback. I haven't thought too much about the negative things. I think at the moment, the only things I had on there for the negative ones are those that will keep popping up on the side of the screen, just to let you know that there is something you have to deal with. But the negative thing, I could look into that some more. I'm just taking some.
If you don't give food, they will starve eventually. Or you can change the reality a little bit and put them into hibernation mode. Because what I dislike in this in this genre of games is that if I am busy, and sometimes the life is not always a game, and sometimes I'm just busy for some time, and then I discovered that something in my game just died. So perhaps the penalty is too strong. Instead of that, I could get some notifications, come back, and then notification, your cats are hibernated because you were trying to starve them, something like that. Jess, you did a very smart thing, because Your last presentation in November had a very good reception, and you just took this success, built on top of that, and you presented something that's similar but apparently improved, and you took the feedback. So I hardly can't find any criticism, but there is one very wrong thing you did.
Yeah.
Could you please show me your slide about game structure and mechanics? It's missing one very important place in the life of every cat. Where is the kitchen?
Yeah.
Hope, what do you think about this presentation?
Oh, I think it's really good. Yeah. I thought the other one was really good.
It's a well-focused, exactly what... It's a game about cats. And this is exactly what I was missing a little bit in the previous wonderful illustrated presentation from Jay. Okay, the presentation was over and I was still unsure, is it a story game about father-daughter or is it a nursery game? Okay, here I am absolutely clear what the game is about. I nearly can see this game already, right? So it was very informative, very compact, and it may be a very successful project. Okay, any more questions, remarks?
My only
comments?
concern is the competition. We got a lot of
Yeah.
competition.
Of course.
Including me, because I also have a cat, yeah. No, I still have some.
I do. All right, so thank you very much.